Welcome back. You're tuned into Closing Bell. Well, the market's hovering around the 19,600 odd mark. The problem today has been the Nifty Bank. That's not participating, and that's preventing the Nifty from getting past the 20 DMA. Well, let's find out what's going on into D Street chatter. Nimesh, what are you picking up? I mean, pretty decent session, but it appears at high levels we're seeing some supply.
Yes, Nigel. And as you rightly pointed out, the drag is in the financials, and that's largely because there is selling pressure, especially in the select private bank names from the larger FIs. So that's the overall feedback. Even if you look at the Q1 numbers for financials, it's largely been either in line or a bit of a disappointment. So that's playing out in terms of a little bit of underperformance in the bank stocks. So that's the overall feedback. But the flows are quite mixed. In fact, the volumes are on the higher side. So that suggests that the participation is there from the larger institutions, both FIs as well as the DIs. The two sectors which clearly stands out, one is pharma and the second is the PSU stocks. Both have been outperforming off late, and that continues in today's trade as well. And today, for a change, again, some bit of buying traction is back in the rail PSU names. So all the rail PSU stocks are buzzing in trade today. But one thing which I track it very closely, and I'm quite excited as well. And I said this on Friday as well in my Friday this thing as well, that maybe promoter selling has started picking up.
Yes.
And that's actually showing up. So I'll add to my chatter as well. But largely that's the trend which is picked up, and the sense I'm getting is we're going to see much more such blocks in the days to come.
Oh, interesting. Then Nimesh, run us through the list. I mean, what all are you picking up on individual counters?
So in terms of individual names, the first on my list is AdaniGreen. Again, there was a large block, nearly 3% equity got changed hands today. I believe the promoter entity was a seller in today's block, but in terms of buyer, a single entity was a buyer in today's AdaniGreen block. In fact, I understand one of the large sovereign fund was a buyer in today's block. So that would be an interesting name. I mean, the name will get disclosed, I believe. So that is something to track in AdaniGreen. So that's the first one. Second stock is Shivalik Bimetal. Even in that stock today, if you look at the intraday chart, the stock had fallen more than 10% after a large block. Even in that block, I understand the promoter entity was on the sell side, and some hedge funds were buyers along with a domestic AIF who was a buyer in today's block. So that even there the disclosures could be important. The third stock is JTLIndustries. Again, this is one stock in the mid-cap space, done really well off late. It's buzzing as well. And even in JTL, there is a strong buzz that there is a large block coming in JTL very soon. So that's to track in JTLIndustries. And the last stock is Zomato. After what we saw on Friday's trade, a big move, even in today's trade, on huge volumes, the stock is buzzing in trade. I believe some large long-only funds have started active buying again in Zomato. And hence, large volumes and a big mover even in today's trade.
Oh, yes, it has been indeed. What a big mover, Zomato. Dream run, really, 70% this year. And the street's still lapping it up. By the way, we had those numbers coming in.